Friends or Enemies by Cindy, Alyssa, and Ocean. Chapter 14.
I should have seen your arrogance for what it was long ago. How did you get in here? And where's Cynthia?
She got lost in the mayhem. I'm pretty sure she's dead. And I got in here by using that passcode you foolishly gave me. If you didn't want me getting in, you really should have changed it, you know.
I can tell by what I'm seeing that you, whoever you are not welcome here, sir.
Albert gaped at the sight of the tiny figure advancing quickly toward him. But Mary wasn't the only one to come investigating at the sound of raised voices.
Sir, when you recover from your fear of Mary, tell us who you are and why you're here.
You're not going to believe this, Pippi.
You know, Ariana, I would have thought you'd miss me a little. But then again, I didn't think you'd survive.
Ugh, former First Officer Albert. Well, Captain Flint, what shall we do with him?
If looks could kill, Pippi's glare would have vaporized Albert within a second.
Shut him in a supply locker. I don't want to deal with him right now.
My pleasure. Albert, let's go.
Albert could do nothing but yell as he was picked up and carried along.
Put me down, you freak of nature!
Shut your mouth.
Let me go! You let me go now, or you'll be sorry!
You're getting yourself in deeper trouble every time you speak.
In the meantime, the news about the Vortex future destruction reached Mission HQ on Earth, where an anxious woman arrived to meet and discuss the problem with whoever might be available. She was approached by a tall and beautiful woman who wore a lovely clear blue dress that flowed to her ankles and blonde hair that went down past her waist.
Hello, my friend. I heard some distressing news from Mission HQ, as well as from my friends Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Witch. They directed me to look for you here at Mission HQ. I am Queen Lillian, and you are the one with the Tesseract, am I correct?
Yes. I'm familiar with Mrs. Whatsit, Who, and Witch, though we haven't actually met. I'm surprised they know I even exist. I reached out to Mission HQ because of a place in space called the Vortex.
You've probably heard the Vortex is about to disappear, and all life with it.
Yes, including someone I know if she happens to be there when it happens. I could try to get her and anyone else out, but what if the rest of the crew doesn't believe or trust me? That's why I'd appreciate some help from Mission HQ.
There are 2 acting captains on the ship Nostos who know me. I'll take you there and introduce you to all 3 captains and the crew. I think it would be a good idea for you to stay with them while they get ready to leave, especially if you need to help evacuate them earlier than expected. There is a lot of danger in the Vortex.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty. I really appreciate you helping me out with this.
No need to be nervous. You are most welcome. Why don't you try to get some sleep? We'll go to the Nostos in the morning. I'll call you half an hour before I meet you here.
The next morning didn't start out peacefully.
Hey, Ariana, you let me out of this damn locker now!
You're a lot safer in there! And you'd be out here, Albert! Because I'll throttle you!
What's going on? Oh my gosh! Help!
What's all this shouting?
Somebody help!
Mary.
Ocean and Albert are gonna tear each other apart.
What, Ocean? What do you think you're doing?
He has some nerve showing up here, and then he goes making enough racket to wake any alien life from within 2 light years.
Well, you don't have to help him. Come on, Ocean. Queen Lillian is coming here this morning, and she's bringing someone who's gonna help us get everything out of the Vortex before it all disappears.
As Pippi came back to the main living area with Ocean, other people were coming and going. Jessica Marley Smith just left for work a split second before Queen Lillian arrived with a newcomer who was considerably less regal in appearance. Lillian and Pippi smiled at each other, and the newcomer and Ocean exchanged astonished glances. It was Lillian who spoke first.
Hello there. I heard about the coming disappearance of this place, and I have someone here who can help get us out quickly.
We're glad you can help us out. But we just got hit by another problem. Former First Officer Albert, turned mutineer and enemy, showed up last night. We are holding him in a supply locker.
Queen Lillian frowned. The newcomer gaped. but Queen Lillian recovered quickly and assured them.
I will take care of him. The last thing you will need is that nuisance on top of everything else.
So Pippi and Lillian suggested that Ocean and the newcomers stay put in the visiting area while they would see to Albert. The enraged man could be heard still ranting as the blonde and redhead reached the supply lockers.
It's really that fair.
They said nothing to his catcalling and other insults and tantruming. Albert found himself as helpless against Pippi's strength as Ocean had been, and she and Lillian teleported him out to a jail to be tried for mutiny, abuse of power, and murder, and attempted murder as a result of his actions on the ship. Soon they returned and found not only Ocean and the newcomer in the gathering area, but Captain Flint, Jessica the engineer, Cindy, Alyssa, Carmen Winstead, Little Mary, Robot Alpha, and a still very sad-looking Robot Death. Queen Galhilda was also there, and she shared a smile with Queen Lillian.
Where were you two off to?
Pippi and I took Albert to a jail in another world, where he will face the consequences of his mutinying.
I wish you'd consulted me first. You may be a queen, but I am the captain here.
Surely you're not starting that again. I thought we'd reached an understanding about not throwing our weight around.
I'm sorry. It was my idea. I just thought we could help you out by removing a problem you didn't need in addition to what's already happening.
And who are you to decide for me what I need?
Please excuse my error in judgment. I did not mean to overstep.
It's your turn to apologize, Captain.
I'm talking to Queen Lillian, Pippi. You keep out of this.
Shut up, Flint, or I'll be next to start a mutiny!
That's enough. Now calm down, both of you, or I will put you both in one supply locker.
All others sat still as statues with startled and concerned expressions. Ocean shuddered, suddenly looking sheepish. Pippi scowled at her, then at Captain Flint, and continued.
And you know I can.
Can and would. Pippi was not one to make idle threats. After a long, uncomfortable pause, Captain Flint finally spoke.
Okay, I'm sorry for snapping at you, Queen Lillian. I realize you are here to help us, and I don't mean to come off as unappreciative. And your name is?
Captain Flint looked at the nervous newcomer, who was visibly trembling. It took a moment to collect herself enough to speak. Queen Lillian gave her a reassuring look. Finally, she said,
My name is Pethatique Hannigan, Tina for short. I have a tesseract that can get us all out of here in a flash. I've worked out where it can take you to if we need to get out quick. And from there, Queen Lillian says she can return you to your own homes.
Oh, I've heard about Tesseract. I just never thought I'd actually get to experience one. And to think poor old former First Officer Albert will be missing out on it. Welcome here, Tina. We don't know exactly what time we'll need to leave, just that we have more than 2 weeks and less than a month before this place goes blip.
Yes, hello Tina. Are we able to take the whole ship with us?
I don't think so. From what I've seen, Tesseract gets groups of people out of places, but doesn't relocate the environment they were in.
Robot Death began silently crying, her eye displays showing tears spilling downward. Jessica the engineer looked at her sympathetically. This only made the tears fall even faster. Tina looked around, disconcerted.
Is this robot okay? It looks like she's crying.
She's upset because this is the only home she's known. And there's no way to save it when we all have to leave.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make this any more difficult.
For the time being, no one had any idea how to deal with Robot Death's depression, so when she waved and walked away, they just let her go. They spent some time discussing future scenarios and how to proceed with each, but eventually Ocean said she had to go home to get ready for work. Captain Flint offered to take Tina and Queen Lillian on a tour of the ship and invited anyone else to come along. Jessica the engineer exchanged a look with Pippi, then said she just had another idea, then asked Pippi if she could help. Pippi agreed. The two of them left the area to work on whatever Jessica was planning. Minus Jessica Marley, Jessica the engineer, Pippi, Ocean, and Robot Death, the group started out with the passenger deck, then the cargo deck. It was when they were exploring the shuttle bay when a disturbance occurred. Captain Flint gestured for everyone to stay quiet and stay put while she went to investigate. Only Robot Alpha was allowed to go with her. When they got to the source of the disturbance, they discovered 2/3 of the cryo deck had been reduced to floating rubble, and a strange woman was standing on the edge of the part that still held. Captain Flint looked warily at her, but she did not seem to take the hint. She just marched over to the captain, past her, and into the main part of the ship, calling,
Albert! 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 Albert!
And just who are you to come barging in here as if you own this place?
Unhand me, you stupid robot. I am Lady Un, and I've shot at and blown up things 1,000 times bigger than you.
Now, that isn't very ladylike, is it? Since you have just made a threat of mass destruction, I will turn you over to one of our captains and we will make sure you aren't concealing anything dangerous.
Look, little miss, you got some nerve pushing past me like that. Just what's your game?
Captain, meet former First Officer Albert's sweet little rescue angel. She calls herself Lady Un.
I'll get you for mocking me, you insignificant robot.
The only thing you'll get around here is consequences for intruding on this ship and siding with a mutineer. Alpha, hold on to her until I go get Pippi. I have a feeling it'll take the both of you to help search her and make sure she doesn't escape.
Oh no. Don't tell me you're with that horrid woman, not Pippi Longstocking. If I never see her again, it will be too soon.